Hey guys, oh my goodness, I feel like it's been forever. Hello, hello, hello. It obviously has not been forever, and super excited. Today is a beautiful day because we're awake, we're here together, and we're going to be talking about invention. How exciting! So, I'm here on Periscope, I'm here on Facebook, I'm here on YouTube. Let's start sharing this out, guys, so that we can make sure that everyone is aware of what's going on. We don't want to hide the ball too much, right? So, hello, hello, hello. We have a couple of minutes, so like I said, I'm definitely going to be sharing this out so that everyone can be aware of what we're doing. We're going to be talking about inventions. It's the November book club meeting, which is really exciting, and it's going to be good. It's going to be super, super good. So share this out, tag your friends in this. Like I said, I'm here on Periscope. I'm here on Facebook. Hello, Keisha waving on Facebook. I'm here on YouTube. Good stuff, y'all. Very good stuff. Super excited. So we're going to be talking about invention. We're going to be talking about kind of some of the things that you should think about if you are interested in being an inventor, if you're interested in creating some type of product that is going to wow people. Fun, fun, fun. So definitely get excited. It's going to be a good, quick conversation for the weekend, and hopefully get some things turning in the head. If you are like, oh, I always wanted to, cool, how do we get started? How do we get the ball moving? It's going to be good stuff. And then I'm hoping to have a continue to have a good day. So tell me where you guys are coming in from before we get officially started. I'm always curious to know. Y'all know I am in Arizona. Hello. Fantastic. Super exciting. It is beautiful. You never have to ask me how it is here. It is always quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. This past week, though, we did have a lot of rain here, which was kind of interesting because I hadn't seen rain in like 2 months. So it's been interesting. It's been like very rainy here, but outside of that, it is warm and beautiful and exciting as always. So yay, Arizona. Now, what was I going to say? Again, let me just show you guys a copy of the book so that if you're like, what are you talking about? It is Inventing Secrets Revealed by Brian Freed. So definitely make sure you check that out. And actually, what I can do is let me share the link on Facebook. And then, of course, on YouTube, it'll be in the notes at the end. But yeah, this is it's a good, quick, easy read. We have a couple of minutes, so we're going to be starting very soon. And I thought it was very helpful. Did I read the book and feel like, oh, I need to go and invent something right this minute? I have a couple of ideas. I have a couple of ideas in my mind. So I thought it was a really good, helpful thing to read and kind of get things turning, like I said. All right. Today and here. Alrighty, so I'm putting that in the notes, and then we're gonna get started in like a couple of seconds. So if you also go to dressingroom8.com, you can pick up the book there as well. But on Facebook and on YouTube, I'll be sharing the Amazon link that you can get it from as well. But currently available on dressingroom8.com. Okay, so invention time. That's what we're talking about today. And it's time. Yay, we get to get started. Super, super excited. So let me close out links so that we don't have distractions. And we're going to get started. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, waving, everyone waving and watching on Facebook. I appreciate the love. My name is Natasha Nurse. I am a coach. I am a speaker. I am a content creator, all behind Dressing Room 8, which is a platform dedicated for women to succeed in their careers and business, primarily teaching women to think with clarity, dress with confidence, live with purpose. Yes, those are the three keys. If we had to have a little short success formula, that would be the success formula. one woman needs to dominate wherever and whatever she is doing in this world. So today, what brings us together is the book club. I started the book club, I guess now probably about around 2 years ago. And it was really just to hold myself accountable for reading more. I was really kind of dismayed at how little I was reading. And I was like really frustrated with that because I'm an avid reader. I love reading. Actually, I had a goal point for this month. I've just read over 100 books for the year. So I'm super excited about that because I haven't read 100 books in a year, probably, oh gosh, probably since I was like in junior high. So super, super excited about that goal. Looking to hopefully, I don't know if I'm going to put the goal of like doubling that number for next year, but we'll see. You know, I'm definitely really enjoying reading, really enjoying all the content I'm consuming. Just got certified in content marketing from HubSpot Academy yesterday. So really just continuing to level up in my skills, level up in knowledge before the end of the year. Guys, we still have a couple of weeks to get stuff done, which leads us to what we're talking about today, which is invention. So I got to show the book on all 3 platforms. If you are an inventor, please put that in the comments here on Periscope, on Facebook, on YouTube. I want to know just kind of what's going on with you guys and what you're thinking about. I feel like I'm an inventor in my mind and I haven't actualized certain things yet, but it's definitely, I feel it will be in the works for sure, because there are things that I think are missing in the marketplace, to be honest, as a consumer. And I'm looking to have that done, whether it's an app, whether it is an actual product like a toy or something. We shall see. Stay tuned and watch closely, guys. But Brian Fried, this is what he does, guys. He's an expert at inventing products. He's had several products in the market. He does product consulting and invention consulting for many, many people who are looking to get started. And what I do with every book I read, if you don't already know, is I tabulate, right? So that when we have these book club discussions, what can we do? I can go to these and I can see my notes and I can talk about what was important, what was significant. And so first, I want to start in the book by talking about this kind of really quick paragraph that he put that is titled Inspiration to Dream. And I think it was nicely stated. So I just want to share that with you guys here. The world is filled with people who pursue dreams that other people told them they would never bring to life. They may have been told that their dreams were foolish or risky, or that the odds were stacked against them. Some of these people tried anyway and failed repeatedly before they succeeded. The difference between the critics and the people who succeeded in bringing supposedly unrealistic dreams to reality is that they continued on. They persevered. They didn't listen to what others said, or they listened and rejected what they heard. Keep your eye on your dream and keep going. Persistence is a priceless element of success. Isn't that beautiful? I think that was so beautiful. And I thought that was really nice to put that in the beginning of the book so that people can really focus on what's necessary when it comes to invention, which I think is definitely having a good idea, making sure it's not already out there in the market. So doing your homework, doing your due diligence, but also you have to have incredible willpower and incredible determination, tenacity to keep going, because most people in your life will tell you you can't do something. Most people in your life will tell you you shouldn't do something. Why? Because their dreams failed right in front of them, and they are going to do their damnedest to make sure that no one around them succeeds. Because what's that going to do? That's going to put a reflection on them and make them think, wow, they did it and I didn't. And so they're going to feel badly about themselves. And that's why they do that. It's a very selfish, it's a very petty way to live. And unfortunately, we have these people in our families. We have these people as parents. We have these people as grandparents. We have these people as aunties and uncles. And it's sad, and it's unnecessary hatred. It's unnecessary holding people back. But if you understand the rules of engagement, what do? You play the game and you keep moving. And you understand that when people are trying to crush your dreams, it's because they feel this big in this world. They feel this big, and it's so sad. And so you say a prayer for them and you say, thank you for your thoughts. And you keep it moving. You don't internalize. You don't take it in and say, oh, I can't be an inventor because that person couldn't invent. You can't invent. Wow. Right. Let's get some perspective. Let's really think about the talking that's happening and the people, and just how sad of a person must you be to try to crush someone else's dreams, right? So sad, so sad. So we can't let that go on. We have to have the inspiration to dream. All right. So now a couple of things I think I wanted to point out from the book. We only have around 30 minutes to chat, right? So this is, I love my book club because you can tune in anywhere in the world, and it's only going to be like a 30 minute conversation, so that it's quick. It is something that you can consume. You can cook to this, you can shop to this, and you can keep moving. And of course you can engage. And if you have questions, please put them in the comments here on Periscope, here on Facebook, here on YouTube. Let's get it popping. So he did something super helpful. I love a list. I don't know if you love lists, but lists help you keep things in order. Organize your thoughts, organize the plan of action that you need to take. So if you want to be an inventor, he has on page 15, 10 steps from idea to invention. So let's go through them. Let's just discuss them. First steps. It all starts with an idea in your head. Wherever you are, you need to get it out of your head. Use a napkin, text, email, or leave yourself a voicemail to capture your idea before it disappears. There have been a lot of lost ideas in this world because people fail to document. Documentation is everything. Document, document, document. With your phone, if you walk around like the average person who has their phone on them, then what should we do? You can open up Google Keep Notes or whatever, and you can write it down. If you are a fan of, oh gosh, there's so many different like apps that you can use, note-taking apps on your phone. Send yourself an email. Write it down. Don't lose potentially a money generating idea because you failed to document. Document, document, document. All right, so that's pretty easy. Next step, protection. You need to arrange for intellectual property protection, including provisional, design, non-provisional, or utility patent and or trademark. Interesting. Okay, so what is that about? So what he's saying is that it's not just enough to have the idea, but what do we have to do? We have to protect this idea. So the attorney in me is like, woohoo, right? Yeah, absolutely. That's why there are patent attorneys. That's why there are intellectual property attorneys that you can speak to. If you're like, well, Tasha, where do I go find these people? In every state, there's something called the bar of the bar association, and they usually have a directory of attorneys that you can speak to in pretty much every field of law. So wherever you are in the United States, I can't speak internationally, but I know in the United States, there's a bar association in every state, and most attorneys belong to those bar associations, and they are a part of these directories. And so you go and you look and you find intellectual property attorneys, or if you have a referral from a family or a friend member that you trust, and you're like, hey, I'm thinking about doing something. Do you have a good referral? If you trust their judgment, a lot of attorneys get business through word of mouth. So there's a lot of different ways to go about finding the person who can help you protect your idea. But the point is, first, we have the idea. Second, what? We have to protect it. Next, development. Bring your product to life with computer drawings. He puts in parentheses CAD, C-A-D. Identify materials needed and make a prototype. So when we're going from product idea to invention, what do we have to do? We have to get the prototype. We have to see what it looks like. What does it feel? How can we do something with this idea, right? So that makes sense. You have to actually invest some time and money in kind of creating that prototype. Next, licensing. Prepare a list of licenses and representation and show your invention's intellectual property is for them and their customers. So that's getting out into the market and showing and trying to license, get your product in front of some people who you can do business with, whether you're licensing it out, whether you're developing a business around the product. Either way, you've got to move forward with it is essentially what that step is about. Next step, manufacturing. This is when you prepare for production and tooling quotes, broker representation. Okay, so now you've kind of finalized the prototype and you're like, I'm ready to go to production. I'm ready to have 1,000 units made of this, if that's what you want to do. Then that's what that step is about. Next is marketing. You need packaging, sales sheets, demo videos, preparing the pitch to retailers, a website, and social media presence. So this is the business development around the product. So now, I don't know if any of you guys watch Shark Tank, but some of the comments that some of the sharks will make when people come a little bit early in the stage of their business, they say you have a product, you don't have a business. And so that's where that I think is speaking to, this idea that like, you can totally have a product, you can totally have something that you could sell, you're ready to sell it, but there's a difference between having a product and having a business. So when you have the product, when you have inventory to sell, when you have a website, when you're going direct to consumer, or if you're selling to businesses and you have social media, that's where you have a business that's now around this product. Next is distribution, choosing distribution channels, box big retailers, catalogs as seen on TV, specialty retailers, online retailers. So distribution, how are we actually selling in the marketplace? Who's selling? Are we direct to consumer, just on the website, and it's just you're running the show and you've made this product and you're pumping it out and you're running the Facebook ads and Instagram ads and Snapchat, like all that stuff, and you're doing everything? Or are you also in Toys R Us? Are you also in Babies R Us? Are you also in Walmart and Kohl's and Costco and Target, right? Where are the distribution channels that are that's going to give you more money because you've gotten your product now on multiple shelves. And so it's going out, not just out of your shop, but it's coming out of other shops as well. Very interesting point, very important point. That's how we maximize profits, revenue, right? We make more money when we are getting our stuff out there. But there's also, other complications that come with that as well. But that's a part of this process. As an inventor, as a business developer in person, you have to kind of take that on with this. Media. To increase your opportunities for your invention, you need to get some press. Yes, right? Why do people want to go on a place like Shark Tank or Elevator Pitch? Whether you get the deal or not, how many millions of people have seen your business, have seen your product now, right? Good or bad, good or bad. So that's what he's talking about. The idea of what problem have you solved? And if you have a clear problem that you have solved, if you've done some way, have invented something that's going to give people more time, that's going to give people more enjoyment, that's going to give people something, that's a press-worthy story. So we're going to get into Refinery 29. We got to get into the newspapers, the morning news shows, right? All of those good stuff. There's so many different press outlets, bloggers, podcasts, vlogs, right? Like all of those. Shout out to Gary Vaynerchuk and Gary V, right? He brings on business owners. All of his platform is now being able to access and touch this new business person. It's an incredible opportunity. So many different places, or even the grand, amazing Oprah, right? When she has, like on The View, they have Oprah's like lists of like items that we should, view, deals and all this stuff. Those are all press-worthy, amazing opportunities to get your business and get your products out there in front of the American public and probably the international public, right? For things that touch the internet. And next, have fun. Inventing is a lot of work, but be sure to take the time to enjoy the process. Remember that you need to make your invention pay its way by earning money. I love that last tip, that number 9, because ultimately, what are we doing? When we're starting businesses, everyone has a different intention. So maybe you're doing a business because you just wanted a business, but you don't necessarily need the business to pay you. You're not looking to pay your mortgage with your business. Okay, cool. Then you're that kind of category of an entrepreneur, that category of a business owner. But there are other people who start businesses because they're like, listen, I would like to eat this week. So this is funding my life, right? There's some businesses that are tied to people's income and their way of surviving and thriving in this world. And so there's that type of entrepreneur. Then there are people who are further along in the process and they're, multi-million-dollar business owners, and they're taking it to the next level. They're like, yes, I'm at 10. I want to get to 20. I want to get to 100, right? So there are different stages of business and entrepreneurship. But I think what he's pointing to, the idea is that most likely, if you're inventing something, you're most likely looking to make money. You're most likely looking to have this be a profitable venture, unless you are so independently wealthy where you can throw money down this path, because it's going to take money and it's going to take time and it's going to take energy. That if you're not looking for a payback, that's really fascinating and that's really cool. And there are people who don't need extra cash, right? That they can give away money, but not everyone's in that category. So I think he's suggesting and speaking to, probably based on his experience of who he's worked with, most people are looking to make money for them. So if you agree, give me a heart, give me a like, give me a yes, guys. And then last tip, number 10, get another idea and start all over again. And I love that because most entrepreneurs are what? We like to be serial entrepreneurs. We're starting this and we're starting this, and I completely agree. I love starting the Dressing Room Mate platform, and I love all the other ventures that I've started and I'm in the process of working on. And you keep going. I think that so much of life is not about just doing one thing and not being one-sided, because human beings are not one-dimensional. We are multifaceted, multi-dimensional, beautiful, nuanced creatures of glory and amazement and drama and everything in between. So even with invention, when you have one product, what is he suggesting? He's saying this is one of hopefully many that you're going to come to market with, and you're going to make money, and you're going to keep it moving. Keep moving forward is definitely what this game is all about. So there's that. And then in the book, like I said, I have lots of tabs. So this is a short read. Yeah, I got through it in a day for sure. Probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I read quickly though. And you yourself will see that he offers information about factories. He offers information about resources, like do you have the resources necessary to pitch your product, where to pitch your product. He also has some more quotes and success tips, which I think I want to talk about, because most people on the Dressing Room Mate platform definitely love a bit of inspiration, a bit of motivation, right? And I think that that's always fun. So let's go through some quotes that he has in the book. I think that'll be really fun. That's on page 77 if you do have a copy of the book. And again, just to reiterate, on Facebook, I shared the link, but you can go to dressingroom8.com and click on the book. It's on the homepage. It's always on the homepage for the book club, the day that the entire month, and then the day that we do the book club. And then tomorrow you'll see a new book, because I'll be the December book club read. But yes, go to dressingroom8.com to pick up the book today. Quote, let's get started. All achievements, all earned riches have their beginning in an idea. Napoleon Hill. Of course, I love that. Okay. Another quote. Inspirational thoughts for a happy, healthy, fulfilling day. Love, love, love. So each time a visionary shares their ideas, there may be some struggle. There is also likely to be evolution. Our goal here on earth is to become our best selves and to help others do the same. That's powerful, right? I don't know if that's necessarily the sentiment that I hear from most people, because we hear so much negativity. We hear so much ragging and, ooh, I'm going to drag you, and ooh, the tea has been spilled, and all of this negativity. I don't know if I don't know if they've read that quote, right? That seems very interesting to me. How about another one? Inspiration is the universe whispering to us. We act as its hands and feet, bringing it from the realm of thought into manifestation. Part of our journey here is to experience the universe by working with concepts and energy on the material plane. Oh, that's interesting. That's very thoughtful. And I was doing in the previous book club, the October book club, talking about the law of attraction, total law of attraction by Dr. David Chi, and that book and all book recommendations you can also find on dressingroom8.com on my recommendations tab. You can definitely get it there. But the idea with invention that I've always been fascinated about is the idea that ultimately, if you think about everything that's been created in our universe, where did it first begin? It had to first begin in someone's head or multiple people's heads. Things don't just come to be and come to pass. They exist from thought. And then someone took that thought and executed on that thought, or many people took those thoughts and executed on their portion of those of the plan, of the action necessary. So invention is a manifestation of our mind, right? It's really as simple as that. For us to have light, for us to have the internet, for us to have fire, for us to have buildings, for us to have heat, for us to have electricity, anything you name in this universe that we have is a manifestation of our minds. So that's how powerful our minds are. That's how powerful people are. So when people say, I can't do something, it's absolutely false. Absolutely false. We can do whatever we want, right? And maybe you can't do something now, or maybe it's not for you, maybe it's for someone else, but the idea of possibility is the overarching theme of every human person's life in this world, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, however you feel. And so we have to always hold on to that. And we always have to remember that possibility is the greatest thing that exists in our universe. And it is something that will exist from the day that you were born to the day that you are no longer breathing. Opportunity is around you every single day. It's really just up to you to tap into it. It's up to you to tap on what you want and say, hey, universe, I'm ready. Let's get started. Let's build this magnificent toy. Let's build this magnificent book. Let's build this magnificent co-working space. Let's build this magnificent app, right? Like anything is possible. Possibility will never end. So a couple of quotes in there that you will like, that you definitely should check out. He also offered some success tips that I thought were interesting. So let's talk a little bit about that. And then pretty much we're going to wrap this up, guys. So what should an inventor keep in mind when starting out? That's helpful. Let's go through that. Track the time and resources you're investing in your product and keep them separate from personal finances. Yes, I mean, that's just a really good tip for just general business management, right? We want to be careful about commingling. We want to be careful about not being clear as to what is business money versus what is personal money. Why? Because then you can get yourself caught out there and not have enough money for your personal well-being. And that's not what we want, right? We want to make sure that we have clear divisional separation between what it costs to live, what you're investing in your business, ... All right. Consult with a patent attorney or professional search firm to make sure your idea can be patented and to keep the process on the right track. So that's really the idea that intellectual property is probably one of the most important things you can do when it comes to inventing, because you have to be able to protect your product. You have to be able to have a defined, clear product, right? We don't want to be making something that's already out there by someone else and create legal issues for ourselves. We also don't want to do something that's not going to be useful, that's not going to be purposeful, right? Invention is supposed to be solving a problem. It's also supposed to be providing something new and innovative in the market that doesn't already exist. So that's how intellectual property really helps along with that process. Next, be alert to your costs and market forces and how they may change in the future. Nothing stays the same, right? Look at why I'm on Periscope, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. Have these channels all been the exact same since inception? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, right? Things are constantly evolving and changing. It's called life. Well, welcome. Wake up. Things are changing. Who knows how the day began and how this day will end? Things are constantly evolving and changing. This is a very, very good thing. It can be a little challenging and a little upsetting, but it's your perspective, and it's also the approach you take to things. You can choose to be upset by change, and you can also choose to embrace it. It's a choice either way. You've just got to make it. Present a clear, concise pitch that shows the unique value of your invention. What happens if you find a similar idea that has already been patented? Your invention may be novel and unique enough that you can still move forward. You may also consider working with the company that holds the patent, but don't do anything until first consulting with a patent attorney. So again, he's really presenting the idea of it's important when going down this path as an inventor to really work with good people, to really build a team that's going to help you be most successful on this journey. Okay. And then what are some good ways to monitor the pulse of the market? And then we'll start to wrap this up soon. Research constantly. Trade shows are a great way to learn about gauge gap and upcoming trends. Industry trade publications, websites will also help you stay involved. Do your homework. You have to constantly be learning. When people tell me they don't like to read, when people tell me they're not listening, they're not tuning in, tapping into their industry, it's very frustrating because you are trying to succeed. And to succeed is to be aware of what's going on. It's to make sure that you're paying attention. Pay attention. I love, shout out again to Gary Vaynerchuk. I love that he's like, I'm always listening. I'm always listening. It's so important to be tapped into your space and to other spaces, to understand the markets across, not just I'm in food, but like what's going on with finance, what's going on with real estate, what's going on with law, what's going on. There's so many different segments of the industries that play a role in our life. You've got to be listening. You've got to pay attention. Next, see what competitors are doing. Visit retailer distribution channels where you feel your products should be and talk with the owners. That will help you stay in the loop. That's a great tip, guys. If you have a product and you're struggling to like get it out onto other places, hello, it's time to walk the pavement. It's time to get out and go to those stores and start introducing yourself. Hey, I'm the inventor of this. I started this 2 years ago because I really think people need ... I love your story. I love your vibe. I'd love to see if there's a way for us to work together. If there's a way for me to show you a little bit more about my product. Get out there. Develop the story. What's your brand story? What's your business story? What is your product? What are you doing? Why should people care? And you've got to be able to share that story. I've done content around the idea of presentation. I'm happy as we go into 2020, if you guys still want like more content around that. I'm working on something special, so I'm definitely hoping that I'll be able to incorporate that for you guys. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Always be listening. Always be paying attention. And yeah, that's how you can get business started. That's how you can get things out of your kitchen and into the marketplace. And with that, we pretty much just have a couple more minutes. So does anyone have any additional questions or thoughts? Please put that in. The 2020 book club agenda, I guess, or our schedule for what we're reading every month has been set. I'm really excited about that. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, please go to dressingroom8.com and click on the book club little image that you see on the homepage, or you can click on the book club tab and you can join the Facebook group that this originates from. And definitely you can check out the calendar. You can see what we're reading for 2020. It's really exciting stuff, guys. And we have a couple of things happening in December. So the best way to know what's next, what should you be reading next, what's the next book to get, go to dressingroom8.com so that you can go and check out the events page. So you can see the exciting, we have 2 exciting books that we're going to actually be discussing next month. So I'm super excited about that. So if you are super excited, thanks for the hearts on Periscope. I adore them. You're amazing. Fantastic, love. Guys, it's been a pleasure. It's been fun. Again, what did we talk about for November? We talked about inventions. We talked about Inventing Secrets Revealed by Brian Freed. So if you are an inventor, if you are starting a business, if you want to start a business and you want to talk a little bit more about what this is all about, and you're like, oh, I could just caught the tail end of this, I'm also happy to talk to you. I definitely do business consulting. I definitely do coaching for business owners. So it's just schedule a free session with me. Dressingroom8.com, schedule a session, guys. But this book club was fun because why? Because we talked about possibilities. It's amazing. It's amazing what the human brain can think of. It's amazing what we can do. And oh dear, I think it's time. I think it's time for us to close this out. Oh, I don't want to say bye, but we'll see each other soon. I definitely have a couple of live streams scheduled out for December. So I'm going to be on here on Periscope, on Facebook, on YouTube several times for this week, for the upcoming month. So it's just goodbye for now. Okay, it's goodbye for now. So this is always the fun part, guys. This is where I have to say goodbye on different channels at the same time. So let's see. All right, so goodbye on Periscope. Go to dressingroom8.com to see what's next, to get a copy of the book for today, and to schedule time to talk with me, Natasha Nurse, Dressing Room 8. Alrighty, guys, see you there. Alrighty, so we are done on Periscope. Next is YouTube. Goodbye, y'all. It has been a pleasure. And then Facebook, of course.